Hey, good afternoon. Scott Swinford here, American Hero Home Loans, back for another edition of Red Friday. So again, it's Friday and it's Red Friday. Remember, red standing for Remember Everyone Deployed. Um, this is the day that we take a couple minutes, or at least I do, take a couple minutes. We do a short video and thank our servicemen and women who are deployed overseas or basic or here in the U.S. that are serving us, even those that are on the border holding things down there, as well as remember our veterans, those who sacrificed, our National Guard, our reserve folks, and of course their families, their friends, their co-workers. We want to just, again, take a minute to say thank you for what you do. We really do appreciate that. I appreciate that very much. One thing that we try to do here is kind of educate and advocate for our veterans. Granted, I'm a mortgage lender, but I hope I don't ever come across as saying, use me, buy a house through me. If I do, please call me on that. What I want to do is I want to say, we're here to assist. We're here to help. We want to help our folks. The VA loan program is one of the best programs available out there. And it's designed specifically for our veterans, our active duty military, our Guard, or our reserves, because of their service to our country. So that's what we want to do. And I want to be able to help them as much as we can and get in front of as many of those people, or as many of our service members as we can, to show them how they can use the entitlement that they've earned. So just a little bit today about debt to income ratios. I'm sure you've heard about that if you've had anything to do with another loan like FHA or USDA, conventional even. They talk about debt to income ratio, and that's essentially your gross income is divided by your current debts. So it's the things that show up on your credit report, as well as things that may show up on your paycheck stub. So if there's child support that you're paying through there, or other things that show up, that's considered part of your debt to income ratio. Now, we don't normally look at like utility bills or cell phones, things like that, at least here in Indiana. I know in Michigan I've seen where they reported utility bills or utility payments on the credit report. So I'm not sure exactly how they handle that in Michigan, but here we don't. So it's the things that show up on your credit report, like auto payments, credit cards, school loans, other loans, things like that, as well as child support. If for some reason you're paying alimony, any type of back taxes could be held in that if you're making payments, etc. And that's how we determine at what ratio that we can loan you, or what your maximum loan amount would be. And again, that's generally for conventional FHA or VA, or USDA program. But with the VA, it's very unique. They don't look so much at the debt to income ratio. They look at the reserves. They want to know that you have sufficient reserves or enough money at the end of the month after you've paid your bills to continue to put food on the table. So your residual is very important. But the nice thing about that is if you have enough reserves, we can go over what are generally the high debt to income ratios, even with FHA. So it's one more opportunity to look at our borrowers, our veteran borrowers, and if there is a particular situation where it doesn't fit in another loan program, they may be able to get it. They may be eligible through VA. Now, one thing about it, I would say we should always look at the VA program first. Again, they've earned that entitlement to be able to use this program, but the residual income requirements allow them to go generally to higher debt to income ratios, I should say at times, depending on the situation, more than other loan programs do. So again, one other way that a VA program is better. So folks, we're gonna end there. Again, let's just take a minute to thank our veterans, thank our active duty service people, the ones that are deployed, our Guard, our reserves, and their families, their loved ones, the ones who are also sacrificing while they're away. And if you would do me a favor, I'm going to challenge you to do this. Please share this video with someone you know who is either active duty, Guard, reserve, or is a veteran, so that they can see me say thank you very, very much for your service. And if you would, reach out to them. Just remember them. Take today, make a phone call, call a veteran, call someone who's in the military, and just say thank you. Thank you. I appreciate your service. That's all I ask you to do. So I'll challenge you to do that today. So folks, hey, have a great weekend. And once again, we'll be back next week to talk about you. If you have any particular questions that you'd like us to answer here, let me know. Once again, have a great weekend, and don't forget to thank a veteran and our service people.